also want to quickly ask you about Watchman and Nightmare on Elm Street. What was that like working on them?
That was those are both awesome experiences. I think Watchmen is one of the coolest things I've ever worked on. Getting to work with Zack Snyder, and that was a 6-month endeavor. The thing was huge, and that was just a real honor to get to play such a seminal character in a seminal comic book thing. And I think Zack did an incredible job with that. That was really one of the highlights of my life working on that thing.
And A Nightmare on Elm Street, what was that like?
That was really challenging in like a different way. It was fun, but it was brutal just because of 3 hours in the makeup, an hour to get out. So there were some 17-hour days. Really enjoyed working with the people on that.
Katie Cassidy's in that, isn't she? Katie Cassidy?
Yeah. She was awesome. All the kids were great. Rooney I thought was incredible, and her career just really took off on that. And I actually dig that flick. I think it turned out really good. It's kind of a it seemed to be like a higher budgeted sort of Nightmare on Elm Street, and it showed, and it was kind of cool.
They're doing a remake. Would you go back to the new remake?
I think I'm not totally sure, but I think what happened with that is like not long after that movie, the rights of Nightmare on Elm Street reverted back to the Wes Craven estate, and I think and I guess they decided to just sit on it for a while. So.